right?
Yeah. Motion to accept the minutes to August 6th, 2024, in public and non-public.
And I will second.
Official reports.
Yeah, I have some. I forgot, I reported on the CIP meeting last time, but I didn't report on the planning board meeting. That happened right after that. The planning board meeting, the chair brought up that a request to consider requesting the town to budget money to join the Upper Valley Lake Sunapee Regional Planning Commission. So we had a short discussion about that, and then we decided that it wasn't a good idea at this time. So that was basically that meeting. And since then, the fire department had a meeting, and the fire department discussed inventory of their vehicles and how they're going to record it. And I guess there was a motion to get a tablet and connect to the state somehow, where we can report to the state what the vehicles are equipped with. And we could do that, on a weekly basis or after each call. And it was brought up then that they're all volunteers, they don't have extra time to do that. So instead of doing that, they're going to record that annually in a notebook and keep it in the fire department, should anybody would like to see it, it's available. And after that, we had an ambulance meeting, and at the ambulance meeting, the new ambulance, once again, is delayed. They don't know when the delivery is going to be, and that's really concerning to everybody at this point. They don't know when it's going to happen. So far this year, up to that date, they've had 103 calls, so they're on course to set an annual record for the number of calls that they've had. They expressed concern about the number of members that they have, which isn't many, and that can prove to be a problem. And so though nothing concrete was discussed, but I guess this is something that's not uncommon, and other towns have the same issue, and it might take some sort of regional solution for that, as in a regional ambulance system. And basically that's where it was left at that time. But the subject was brought up, and it might be something we need to take a look at some point. And so that's my ex officio reports.
No. Okay. Moving right on to Deb.
Hi. So if you remember there, before we got these tables, we had the old,
Yeah, the old heavy ones, the
yeah.
heavyweights.
Oh, tell me about it. So, the old ones were in the pole barn. Now I went through and repaired them all, like 6 of them that were really good. And I've basically had them ever since. We've been using them for events, for the Friends of Grafton Library. But I can tell you that we don't want to deal with them anymore. So what we'd like to do, I put a lot of time into repairing them and getting them all back up to snuff and bolts and nuts and all that. I'd like to sell them and use them to buy 3 tables that we would consider the libraries, that the library could use and Fogle could use for their events. Whether we loan them out or not, remains to be a subject of future discussion. But so I didn't know how you guys felt. Well, I've got 6 of them, and they're, usable. I would just like to sell them on Marketplace or something and use that money to get plastic ones.
Think there'll be a market for those things?
I do actually. If there's not, and I put them down there for free, they'll be gone. You know what I mean? They're decent tables for yard sales and stuff for people but if you gotta move them around, they're so heavy. But I would like to take a shot at
I have no issue with it.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
Number 2 is storage available at the pole barn again? Because we got stuff scattered everywhere. And we used to keep it in very good shape at the pole barn, I don't know if you guys remember, right? We always kept one little square that was just our stuff. We'd like to be able to get it back there, it makes it easier to go get from the vent instead of, one person trying to haul gas tanks and gas grills and stuff like that. It makes it nice and easy with the trailer to go in, even though I'd really like to see us make, if we're gonna be able to use a pole barn, I'd really like to see it be drive-through, and that's really not that much work. I looked at it today. It's just a matter of flattening out that section in front of that front door. I mean, even Fogel said that they would come down and help with that and do whatever is necessary. I'll bring down my tractor, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly capable of doing that stuff. I mean, I do my driveway all the time. But my main thing is, can we put storage back in there? I mean, I walked through there today, and there's more stuff than when we had to clean out, I swear.
It grows in there, that's the issue that we have, it just attracts.
I mean, there's so much cemetery stuff in there. They got a whole room full locked off, plus they got a whole section with other machines. I mean, how many lawnmowers do they even use them?
Those are going.
Huh?
Those are going.
Good, because it is time to do something with that. I mean, there's an overflow of mowing equipment in there that obviously don't work.
Want to buy one?
No,
Yeah, right.
no. So I'm just wondering, could we make a spot down there, and then eventually maybe if I don't know where the pole barn's going as far as its maintenance, or what they're gonna do with it in the future, what the town plans on doing in the future, but we wouldn't mind also maybe building a little thing that we can lock, possible. We never had a problem with anybody taking anything out of it.
I always like the idea of the pole barn going, period, but I think I'm in the minority.
Yeah.
So who are we talking about storing there?
Like a couple of gas grills,
Who? Library, just the library?
library and Fogel. Oh, absolutely.
So my opinion is we're not a storage unit for the public, for town entities.
Well, that's not really a public, that's a,
It's still a town building.
oh, I know that. And we stored stuff there before, and I must say
I
that
store my boat with the highway department.
it's, I mean, the Historical Society, I believe, has stuff in there.
And they've been there forever.
Right, and we had our stuff there too, but when we were told, everybody was told to get everything out, we were the only ones that got everything out.
No, you still have stuff in there, so
We do, what do we have
Yes.
in there?
you have the handicap ramp is still in there.
That belongs to the town.
And the Historical Society got rid of
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you
incredible
stuff,
amount of
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying that it would be nice to make it more accessible for, an entity that benefits the town. I mean, we do benefit the
I
town.
guess my question would be is how much space are you looking for?
Well,
I think
same
that
as
would
we
be-
had before, I think we had,
3/4 of the barn.
yeah, no, I wanna say about 6 pallets. We had about 6 pallets stacked, and we had our signs. Once we had our hay stacked there, or something, I think between, I think around 6 to 8 pallets or something like that. I mean, obviously it would be the library, see, I don't make a big difference between the library and Friends of the Library, we sort of use each other's stuff. That's the way it works, because why have double stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, we operate their book sale, and they've got their books, and we'll need tables for that, and so,
Can we cordon off a set? Can somebody go in and lay out a section that the library can use?
Yes, but I kind of have to agree with that, Lee, as far as Fogel.
Watch out for that, it gets you every time.
But didn't see the tape.
storing stuff there where they do
Yeah.
have access to other buildings of their own.
Yeah.
Say that again?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with the library storing stuff in there, but when it comes to Vogel, the only thing being is Vogel has barns that they could store their own stuff.
Where?
Right up the road here, on Kimball property, they got those 2 barns there.
That's not full. That's MVP.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Fogel don't have any space.
Yeah.
We have none. Zero.
There's a 3-car car park up on Prescott Hill.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm tired of, right there, getting filled with crap.
So you wanna fill the town's stuff with crap?
No, but it's only stuff that, we would use for the events. That's all we use. I mean, it would be, like I said, a couple gas grill, probably a few tables, a
What
few sides.
Vogel have that would need to be stored?
That's what I just said, the gas grills, the tables, like I said, we could consider them the libraries. I got no problem with that. And we would have the signs that we use for the events. There's 2 of those. I can't obviously think of every single thing, but it really isn't a ton of stuff. It's just stuff that's scattered that I'd like to see.
Right.
There's some other tables that, Paul Cooper built. I don't know if I set them up during the book sale. So it's used intertwined between the library and Friends. It isn't like, sure, the library's not putting on a barbecue, but they are using, the book
Right.
sale or the tables, and so, it's a minimal amount of stuff. It's just that it makes it easier than keeping them on my deck. I got the gas grills on my deck, and then the snow came down and just hammered them.
But as far as storing books in there, that's not.
No, books won't go in there. They'll stay in the library. They'll definitely stay in the library.
In terms of the cemetery stuff, I think we could get rid of that stuff, didn't we decide that it was?
I already said that.
Okay. I mean, like,
Yeah,
we'll
you
do
already
it
said
tomorrow
it's gonna
if
be
you
cleared
want,
out.
to make some room.
What's the cemetery got that's gotta go?
Yeah, it's some old lawnmowers. There's like 4 or 5 of them,
Any of them run?
if you wanna push them. No idea, they've been in there for so long.
Actually, I noticed that the space that we used to use is still empty. In fact, I think there's a stack of shingles in there that was extras from the library roof when they did that. But that's a space that's, we're not talking about a lot of stuff. We're just talking about, but there may be times like, maybe we're having a yard sale and somebody wants to donate something and we toss it in, but it comes out at the yard sale thing, it'd be a temporary thing.
Right, but one of the problems that I think we all saw before was after you guys had the yard sale, that yard sale stuff still went right,
Back in
within
the-
sell, got that put back in.
No, the stuff that we didn't sell, there might have been a few things of ours that went back in there, but a lot of it, the historical society said they wanted to, we went, okay, here you
Yeah.
go. You know what I mean, they used it for their
No,
yard.
but I think that would be the one thing that we'd wanna keep an eye on.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree, I mean, we don't wanna fill it up with junk, we never have really, I mean, except.
The building's historically collected yard sale stuff.
Right.
I'm not blaming any particular party, but
It's
whoever was having it
Everything.
ended up in there.
Yeah,
And then we ended,
And then we end up getting rid of it.
right. No, I would have no problem making it so it's just that for our regular stuff that gets used regularly, not other stuff, I got no problem with that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I got no problem with that, I mean, we don't plan on putting stuff down there that, we don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not a lot of stuff, like I said, it would probably be, the size of this table square or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a pretty small spot that we always use. And it always got
no
wet.
questions?
Oh,
Good.
so with Anton working on that barn, have you guys thought about, and I don't know, maybe you guys entertained this in the past, I don't know, but like cages for inside here, so people have designated spots, and then it doesn't overflow, and like that's their spot, and it stays inside a cage?
Well, I don't think you need to go to that extreme. It's just going in and marking off a spot and saying, this is your spot. You go over that spot, then we're gonna
You're
fine.
You're a loser.
Yeah, fine.
Right, yes.
Cross this line.
Whoever crosses that line is gonna disappear.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's the type of thing though that could be, if it goes into that down the road, because right now, any work, I mean, I see work that still needs to be done to that building. And there's trees growing up next to it and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the work's just started.
Huh?
The work has just started.
Yeah, no, I hear you, and if that's
I
the,
mean, there's been a lot of improvements since,
oh, just the roof alone is huge.
Right, yeah, so.
Just the roof alone
We get
is
the
huge.
work on, yeah.
No, I hear that. No, I'm glad, really. I mean, I'm not a fan of the building, but I'm not a fan of tearing it down either. That
No, right.
That building is, I mean, all those trusses, all that roofing, and all those beautiful bound boards.
Yep.
I hope they're thinking about leveling it. You know what I mean, the bottom, that's what needs to be done, the bottom needs to be leveled.
So you're thinking of 6 pallets?
Probably at most, I would say at most 6 pallets. In fact, I think the pallets we put down there maybe still in there.
So
We
it's-
might actually only use 4,
So
but
it's roughly gonna be like a 12 by 9 area.
Yeah, if you give them a 12 by 12 area,
that should suffice.
yeah.
And if for some reason, something, we just come back to the board and we say, no, we've given you enough room.
Right.
Well, we'll put on a second floor then.
So 12 by 12 would be unacceptable.
Wouldn't be unacceptable, okay,
I'd go with that too.
Yeah.
okay.
That's
So any thoughts
I
on
do.
making it a drive-through or not yet, or
That's too
down the
far.
road?
That's too far ahead right now.
Okay, because it really wouldn't
Yeah,
take much.
it might be a good idea, but considering the slant of the building,
Right.
I don't want, that's just going a little too far right now. Maybe once
Okay.
the building's level.
No, hey, I'm appreciative if I can just get the things off my deck.
Well, through.
Whoever needs to learn to back up should do it.
Right.
I back up.
You
Yeah,
need
if
to,
you
you
need-
need to learn how to back up.
I do not back up. I'm
That's
back up.
perfect, back into it, load up and drive out.
Right.
Actually, it would be nice though if they made it a little clearer where you pull up so you can back in. Move some of them trees and rocks and mountains. Anyway, so we all good?
Yeah.
Okay,
good
thank
time.
you. Last item, the benches that I got through Trex. There's another thing at my house that's going.
No, they can't go in the pole barn.
No, I'm not putting them there. I want the Fogel, who, you know, is the group, you have to be a nonprofit group to be part of that program. And, I just had a picture here to show you. And there we go. So that's the 2 benches.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
They're Trex, they're brand new.
That's
I-
the recycling program,
I,
right?
right, the
Yeah.
plastic recycling program that, we were running down at the transfer station, which I was so happy when that ended too. I mean, people are like, soft plastic only, please. Yeah, we got everything in there.
I don't know if Grafton's saying that.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so I got those 2 benches. You know, I plan on keeping them maybe if we got the new library or something like that. But at this point, I see there's a lot of stuff going down at the Veterans Park at the green, on the town green, center green. And they've got the new trees in. I'd really like to see some work done on the landscaping lawn thing, it's a bit chewed up. But I would like to donate, the full would like to donate them to be put on that park. And I'm just waiting for a couple brass plates that say a gift from the Friends of Grafton Library. So you guys got a problem with me putting them down there? If there's a certain, I'm just gonna put them down there. Do you want me to ask Jim where we should put them?
Talk to Jim, because he's
Okay.
pretty much doing the whole veteran
Okay.
monuments and stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're beautiful benches and they're like $500 a piece type thing, for those beautiful Trex benches. And they're supposed to be good regardless of the weather, so. They're nice ones.
Yeah, they'll stand up, they won't rot away.
Yeah, exactly. Now, whether they get carried away or not.
We might have to lock them to the,
I don't think they're gonna be locked down personally. You know, I don't know.
I hope not.
Maybe somebody's got some cameras around there. So is that okay? I'll get with Jim and talk to him about it.
Okay, and thanks Vogel for the donation.
Yes.
Alright, super. Alright, thank you. That's all for me.
Thank you.
You leaving already?
Back to the grandkid.
Okay.
That's-
Action item.
Nice, thank you.
Museum drainage.
Yeah, I know, we've talked about that ad
I haven't
nauseam.
seen Bobby at all.
I have, and he'll be at my house tomorrow, so,
Okay. Try to get a hold of him.
yeah, he'll be there tomorrow. And I'll, see what,
I might stop by and see if I can catch him too.
okay. Well, there'll be a whole crew working tomorrow.
Pole barn. So I know that Anton is working on the door.
The one in the rear, the one in the front,
I don't know.
one of the two.
I don't know, he's working on the doors, to get them working again. I guess they didn't close or something. What's whatever the issue is with the door?
The back one has no door.
Right.
Okay, maybe that's the one that he was building from material he has at home. And then the only thing that he needed to buy was like a track or something for it. So he's working on that. And then, this was for the tree over there?
Yeah.
So, Ed
Yes.
talked to Angus Monday, was it Monday that he
Yeah.
came? Oh yeah, 'cause it is Tuesday, oh my god. Monday about removing the tree, and that's the quote that Angus came up
Is that the fir tree that's out front?
Yes.
Does that have to go, you think?
The one that, the telephone pole and the power line.
Right, power lines
Yeah.
go right through it.
I haven't noticed that part,
I think,
but,
I think there's no power to it.
so yeah,
That's what I
it does need to come down. It's not the only one, but.
No.
Yeah, okay. So he's talking about, the conifer between the police station and the pole barn, cut limbs out of wires, drop tree safely to the ground, dispose of tree in the woods behind the lawn, provided that the lot is big enough, 50 feet beyond the lawn, so he's gonna hide it out in the brush back there.
That's an option, or.
Oh, that's an option, okay, so just taking the tree, cutting the limbs, limbing it and taking it down is $500.
Right,
And then disposing of it, add 400 to it.
right.
So in the removal of the tree, the entirety is gonna be $8 to $1,300? Yeah, okay, so he's giving us a range of how much it's gonna cost to get rid of it.
Right,
Is that what he said?
the 500, he would do it for the 500, and the town the highway did say that they would take all the brush down to the dump,
Okay,
so,
when do we do that?
yeah.
What do you think?
Sounds good.
Just do the 500?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we pay Angus, is it Open Woods, $500 to remove the conifer in between the police station and the pole barn.
I'll second it.
Third.
Okay. Avatar, nothing.
No.
John's Lane turnaround, nothing.
Nothing for-
Junkyard.
Okay, then give him a call, and I know at one point his backhoe was down, but I haven't seen any more action being done, so I'm gonna take it to him. I've received a couple other complaints since then, last week or so, it's either he moves it,
So those vehicles are still on the road on Prescott?
yeah,
We've given him 2 extensions now.
right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him know, we're done. There's been a few other people that have complained about it, and,
Yeah, it's time for them to go.
right.
So you think, should we give him till like the end of next week?
Yep.
The 30th, end of this month?
Yeah.
And we'll have him till his expense.
August 30th?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. And then, what is going on in my house? Equipment inventory, I haven't received anything more. So, that's kinda,
Who's lacking?
I'll have to look again. Let's see, well, I know what we have. I don't need to tell me. So what do we have? We had the ambulance, the cemetery, right, we got cemeteries.
Yeah, you got
And
rec
then-
department,
Yeah, in the rec department,
recycling
the
center.
recycling center.
You haven't got anything from the highway?
I don't think I've gotten anything for the highway or the PD.
Fire and ambulance?
I've got ambulance.
But not
Did
the
I
fire.
get fire? I don't think I got
Okay.
fire. I think that was it. I think
No,
it's
about
just rec,
library.
cemetery, ambulance, and recycle. That's it. So I need to follow up with the rest. So what, that's like 50%.
It's moving along.
It's just slow. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Unless you guys wanna add anything else onto the action items?
Not at this time.
Oh, I feel like this can take- okay.
Deputy Forest Warden, Fire Warden appointment request revisited. Okay, so Roger fixed it, now let's put it on fire permit.
What was wrong with this before?
They didn't check off
Oh,
either
what-
box, so we didn't
okay.
know what he was,
So he's just here for fire permits?
yeah.
Okay. So would you make a motion?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to appoint
That came in.
Cayman Spalding as a
Fire one.
deputy forest fire warden.
Second.
Okay.
I already did this last.
That's August, that was July's that you did.
They did. Okay. New Hampshire Division of Public Health Services did another test on Kiln Pond Huck Beach. It passed again.
Yeah, that one that you had was July, it was like just after your July meeting, so that's why it should have been August. And then this one is the August one. That's it. Steve, are you done with those minutes?
Oh, yeah, I got
I don't know.
it. Right here.
Are those the ones?
Yeah.
You wanna sign them?
I thought I did. I guess I didn't. I don't think I did.
Okay, public comment time.
Well, are the vehicles in question in regards to the junkyard, are they parked in the public easement?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd just like to read an email I sent earlier to the board's office. Good afternoon, in the past I have made it known to the Board of Selectmen that no meeting shall be held non-public, claiming exemption with matters that would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person under 91A. In regards to applicable of, this email is simply a reminder, Jake.
I didn't catch that last
No,
part.
I didn't hear any part of that, so I'll have to read the email myself.
Want me to reread it?
Yeah.
In the past, I have made it known to the Board of Selectmen that no meeting shall be held non-public, claiming exemptions with matters that would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person under 91A. In regards to the applicable of, which is me, this email is simply a reminder, Jake.
So did you send that to the board?
That was in the past attached to an email that was sent to the board's office,
Okay,
to the office, yes.
so just a comment on the 91A, and that somehow I'm missing something.
Right.
I'm missing the point of that.
I am just saying that the board should not hold any non-public, claiming any non-public exemptions in regards to me, that's all.
Okay, we
God,
have-
see you?
What is that?
Okay,
So you don't want us to go into non-public to discuss a matter concerning you, you'd rather have it out in public, is that the gist?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, yeah, okay,
That's all.
that's fair enough.
I have questions on the health officer thing.
oh shit, you gotta take her off the help website,
Huh?
you gotta take her name off the website.
Well, I'm just, my question is, did the background check come in?
Yes.
Yes. And did the paperwork go?
Yes.
There, okay.
Yep, so you should hear from, if you don't hear from them by the end of this week, let me know,
Okay,
because they said it would be about a week. And
okay,
I sent it last week,
perfect.
so.
Just curious on
Yep.
that. And then, does anyone, I have others, but if there's other people. Yeah. In regards to the Grafton greeters and the history book donation, did you guys discuss that or think about it?
I've never discussed it.
No, wouldn't talk about it.
Any interest in donating some books?
How many were donated last time?
None were donated last
No.
time. Russell purchased, I wanna say, 15-ish.
He purchased 15 and donated them?
Yeah.
At what, $30 a shot?
They gave him like $400.
Yeah, there was, did they do the
They might have
certificate
used
for
the
that?
certificate.
They-
He might
yeah,
have,
they did like a certificate
Yeah,
discount on it.
okay.
but he purchased several, many.
So, and you've dispersed all those, it sounds like.
We just have 3 left,
You
yeah.
have 3 left. So, any thoughts on that?
I've made my thoughts known,
What's that?
that I really don't want to hand out the books for free. We would originally like to gain the money, some of the money back,
Right.
but
Could we hand out a certificate with like a...
With a discount.
With a coupon on it?
Yeah.
I'll take,
You know,
drop, what was it, $30, what, 35 a book?
I think it's 35 a book and the coupon was $15 off, I think.
Yeah, 'cause we dropped, we gave you a discount last time, right? Save it down to 20.
So when we give them a discount on like 10 books or 5?
Well, I don't think anyone used the coupon, but I can print them
What?
if you guys
But
are
if they
okay with
don't
that.
use the coupon, they can always give it back to you.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, if they don't use the coupon, I mean, that means that you're gonna get something for nothing that maybe you don't want, so you won't value it.
Right.
So like, here's a chance to get the history book at a reduced rate, so you'd have to have an interest in it to get it.
yeah, which is fine as well. If you guys are okay with me printing an updated coupon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. For the $15 off.
Yeah, I just hate to give people books and then find them on the side of the road or
Right.
where they're done with, kind of a waste.
I know that the people that have gotten them have appreciated it.
Yeah, it's a nice book. It's a good book. A lot of nice pictures in it.
May I ask one more question?
Sure.
So, with the recycling center change in fees, is it posted on, I didn't see it on the website, is the updated posted on the website? Because we include it in the Grafton Greeters information packet.
I don't believe it is.
It's not yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know when that will happen?
You know,
I just wanted to
let
give
me
them
talk to Rick,
The updated,
because he
fees.
can't initiate the new fees until those scales are in place. Last I know, he was
But
still messing with them.
the mattresses, there's a price
Oh,
change
yeah,
in
there's
the mattresses.
I'm thinking the demo,
No.
but mattresses, okay.
The mattresses have changed.
do you know what they're up to?
No, it all depends on which size,
Yeah,
the twin is one size, and the full is another, queen and king are different.
I believe
Just
when
25%.
Steve, oh my god, I don't even know where that came from. When Rick came to talk about the mattresses, it was $25.
Yes, but what
No matter
ended up
what.
happening is that they took a load of mattresses out.
Right,
Lebanon refused them, because they want to know how many were in there, what each one was, because all of a sudden, Lebanon's developed this thing of not letting towns know.
Right, yeah, I heard about that, but we haven't had a public hearing since, right, for him to
No.
change that?
But
So right now it's $25.
no, he's been charging what Lebanon's charging.
I'll have to talk to Rick.
Okay, thank you.
Regarding to the books, is the $35 fully the cost the town paid, or is this a markup from the initial?
It's what it originally cost the town.
The cost of town paid, not that I have anything against that idea, but I don't understand why new people in town would get a discount when the people that already live in town, who are more likely the ones who paid for the ones in the books in the first place, are not getting that discount.
It's just a way of trying to bring friendship to new people coming into town and that. You don't want to take develop a bad friendship with somebody moving in, and then they get this bad taste that, no, I don't want to do anything for this town. We get enough of it now. So
Just the discount itself is one.
Well, I think that's a good point that you bring up, but I think for now, we should leave it as it is and maybe discuss other pricing options at a later date for people who are in town that perhaps want a book.
Or a discount for town residents or whatever.
Perhaps, I don't know. I mean, that's,
Alright, I'm gonna weigh in on the books too. If we have them, and they've been sitting here for what, 20 years or whatever, I think we should just, you know, maybe save a few for the Historical Society, but I mean, it's like pure profit at this point, right? It's just kind of taking up space and mind share and everything. So anyway, there's
it
my,
hadn't been
there's
here
my
for
2 cents.
it was in the 90s, wasn't it?
30 years.
so.
Yeah, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, just like, you know,
Just sell them for $15, $20.
town doesn't need inventory, it needs to disperse it. Thanks.
Joe, did you have a question?
I did not.
Oh, okay, I thought you.
What is your?
That's just, it's just my crazy.
And we did pay the 35 when we moved here, but I said
Yeah, I
35.
paid 35 too.
I did too, so it's like, yeah.
And I went to all the town meetings where the person writing it came every year looking for more money to print it. So I know my taxpayer money went directly in there, and then I still paid $35 for it.
Final comments from selectmen?
When are we gonna, we need to talk about the budget at some point, it's gonna be budget season.
That's coming up.
So just something to think about, I know Ed's thinking about it, and the CIP committee is gonna be discussing it. And I haven't been around for the last few budget, well, it was for last year, the tail end of it. But one year you had one long day where you did everybody's budget, everybody came. Is that something that we might want to do again, or was that too much? And
We were splitting it. I believe last year we split it up in a couple of
I
nights.
think you guys have done both. You splitting it up over, like you've done like a whole day workshop.
do we have a date that we want to have our budget done by? We haven't thought about that.
No.
Okay, well, those are maybe, the next meeting, we're gonna be in September.
Right, and,
So-
yeah.
So typically it starts off with, I say typically, I've done this one time, well, twice. but- So it starts off with, we have a date of when we wanna get budgets out, and I have a spreadsheet that I then put all of the
figures on
the
last year's.
expenditures to date
Okay.
on there, and then I send it out to the departments, then the departments take their time figuring out what they wanna ask for before bringing it to whatever that meeting is for the selectmen and the budget committee. So, that would be the starting point, is when do you guys want me to start doing those spreadsheets?
Yeah, well, I think that should be an agenda item for our next meeting. And we should talk budget.
Right,
And
I think we
encourage-
should start to send the sheets out now, so departments start thinking about their budgets.
So, do you want me to start out now, or do you want me to wait until after August 30th, so you have a full month of August in there for them? Because remember, once they start filling
Right.
out that sheet, that's it. So if I can do the sheet at the end of the month, at least you get the full month's worth up to that point,
That
rather
sounds-
than half a month.
That sounds good to me, get the whole month in there.
All right, I had, as you guys know, there's been a number of complaints about different things on the highway, the roads and everything. Sarah received a complaint Monday, and I went up and I looked at it, and the road agent supposedly met with the homeowner prior, and there's a difference between the homeowner and the road agent. I went, took a short look, the homeowner is in the right from what they're saying, and I'm gonna meet with the homeowner to view more of the problem that's existing sometime tomorrow.
Okay, is that the one on Bullocks Crossing Road?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I read what was in the office about it. I went up yesterday to look, and all I had to go by was a lot number, so I had no idea
I went up this morning.
where it was. So I went up again today, and I called the road agent, and I said, what's the story with this culvert? It's a culvert. So I know all about the culvert, and I don't know who's right or who's wrong, but I know the culvert goes under the road, and then there's a catch basin on the lower side of it, and then it goes down. Looks like there's a ditch.
It's a pond.
It's a pond, it's a big thing where the water's just gonna go right down in. There's kids just up the, little kids up the road. They can walk down there and they fall into that, then they could drown.
So is that what the complaint is the catch basin, the pond, the?
That's part of it. Supposedly, the road agent has disturbed the stone wall that's there. I don't know, I haven't looked at that. I just got that information after I had looked, but I agreed to meet with the homeowner. And
The road agent said that he spoke to the homeowner about that, but it hasn't been this year, so it's been quite a while. So just, and doesn't really know, he thinks it's all right the way it is, so if it's not, we need to let him know what about it that we don't like.
yeah. But I
And then he can fix it.
figured I'd meet with the homeowner so that I could see everything that the homeowner was complaining about, so I could justify,
And it's actually not a home there,
no,
it's
not
just a
yet.
piece of land. Okay.
Supposedly, they're talking eventually the home going in there.
So, and do we have an easement? I mean, most culverts, and we have the runway, do we get an easement on that? Is that part of
It
it,
runs out.
just runs out? We don't have,
Well, usually it
we
just
don't have
runs out and
easements
goes
on-
out, but it's not going anywhere.
Right, it's just going into a big pond like.
That's to mitigate the flow down the hill,
Yeah,
you know, so it doesn't all, when you have a big rain, it's a catch basin.
Instead of
Because I
running
looked at
it,
it today, there's nothing there, so
Instead of
when it
running-
rains, it fills up,
yeah, instead of running the water out into the woods,
right.
which
it
it
catches
will,
right there.
which it will.
After the big hole fills up.
So the big hole is too big.
Yes,
It doesn't need to be a hole.
no,
Doesn't need to be a hole.
no.
It's so, okay, I get the drift.
Because the hole is probably about the size of all those chairs.
Right.
And if I stand in the center of it, I can't look over the road.
Right.
And that's a relatively new culvert too, it was put there when that place across the street was put up. And that was the previous road agent.
Right.
Yeah, previous road agent.
I believe they said it was a 25-inch culvert.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what we can find out and what we can do and to find a place where everybody will be happy. If that's
Yes.
possible.
Right.
so this is from our moderator. The state primary is September 10th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the fire station. Roger is aware, as far as like needing to get the fire trucks out and stuff, he's got that. And Roger said he'd let you guys know if you needed any assistance with that.
Is, September?
10.
September 10th.
Yeah, that'd be fine, outside.
That is,
Is it?
okay, yeah, that's the non-meeting Tuesday, I just wanna make sure.
Anyone else?
Motion adjourned.
Second,
Do we have a,
do I have a
do
minute?
we have a road agent?
We do.
We do now?
We always have.
That active road.
He's active.
Yeah, Jeffrey Thorne.
I thought I gave it back.
Yeah.
We recommend.